Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another awesome filmmaker interview for the 23rd annual Garden State Film Festival. I'm Paige Ryans, and I'll be your host for today. So, a little bit about the Garden State Film Festival. From March 27th through March 30th, you can experience over 200 incredible films and film-centered events. These films are from 14 different countries. They'll be screened across 9 different venues all throughout Asbury Park and Cranford, New Jersey. And today, I am joined by Ryan Mateo with his short
Hello.
film, Shades of Blue. Ryan, how
Hello,
are you
guys.
doing?
Thank you for having me. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm doing good.
Good, good, good. Feeling ready, feeling excited to talk about Shades of Blue.
Cool. I'm
Good.
ready.
Ready. Awesome. We love it. We love it. All right. So why don't we start with just, you can introduce yourself and your role with the film.
Cool. So I'm Ryan Matteo. I was the director, writer, editor, and I composed the music. This project was for my advanced film classes 2-minute film. I'm a senior at Communications High School. So this was the whole project was just 2-minute film. We had to just make something out of that. Um, and so I kind of came up with this story. I kind of took some stuff from my life, but also just kind of filmified it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was kind of the gist of it. And then I wrote it, and then we shot some of it in Asbury Park, and we shot some in Ocean Grove. So it was cool to work on, and it's doing well, and I thought it was pretty good.
For sure, absolutely. I figured it was Ocean Grove because I saw kind of signs of the Ocean Grove
Yeah.
boardwalk in the background. That's awesome. So, tell us a little bit about Shades of Blue. Like, what's the premise of it?
So the premise is it follows this kid, Alan, who just recently broke up with his girlfriend, or one of them broke up with each other, and he sees her when he's walking on the boardwalk, and then so he's still kind of stuck on her. He still hasn't been able to move on, and so he sees her on the beach, and he goes up to her. They start talking, and he kind of just runs through kind of some stuff that happened in the relationship, and he kind of just questions like, how haven't you moved on? I'm still stuck here, blah 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 blah. And then she goes over her side of the relationship, and then by the end they go their separate ways. Um, it's short, it's 2 minutes long, um, but it kind of hits a lot of notes throughout the story.
For sure, for sure. I mean, it's short, but it's straight to the point, and it tells a
Yeah,
good lesson about just knowing your worth and and coming to that conclusion.
yeah, yeah.
What kind of inspired you to want to write this film?
Um, I mean, the first thing is so we got the prompt, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Because I had I had no idea. I know like all my friends were doing different stuff, and I was like, I usually do comedy movies. That's kind of my way to go. I've been doing short films through my school for like since I was a freshman. Like first week, we were filming something.
Mhm.
Um, and for this, we've always done comedy, so I wanted to try something a little more serious. Because this one, while it has jokes, it's still kind of funny. It's definitely more of a drama.
Yeah.
Um, it plays it really serious. Like we've done a lot of just stupid stuff, and so this one really played it straight. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to try doing something different. Um, I shot this on a Canon camera, but I
Okay.
wanted to try using different equipment too. So we used different lights, we used different sound stuff. So just I wanted to do a lot of things different with this one to try and because for the class, for the advanced film class, we do a 2-minute film at the beginning of the year and a 10-minute at the end of the semester, which is
Okay.
like our big like
Big end of
flagstone
the year
project. Yeah.
final. Yeah. Okay.
So I wanted to really do some different stuff to practice while leading into that one. And I thought this was a good way to like get my foot in the door for something more serious
Yeah.
while still learning and still making something that I thought was pretty good.
Right. Right. That's good. That's a good approach. Do it bit by bit. Kind of builds up to the big one at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which
So,
that one,
yeah.
sorry,
No, you're good.
we shot that in December, my final project. That was the end of our semester. And I definitely say taking stuff from this definitely applied, especially with lighting. That was
Hmm.
my biggest takeaway.
Hmm.
I would have submitted that one to this, but it was due after the submission date. But
Yeah.
it that one definitely I definitely see the jump in quality from one to the next.
That's
So I've
good.
definitely still learning, improving. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel like I always say like filmmaking is a process of just kind of always seeing what you can do and apply to like your next project and the next one and the next one. So it's a working in progress. So, but that's
Mhm.
good. So you said this was shot in December. Was it cold?
This my final was shot in December. This
Oh,
was
okay.
shot in early November, I want to say, or like October.
Okay.
It was freezing. It
It
was
was.
it was very um
So-
it was it wasn't horrible, but it was cold. And we were
yeah.
up on the beach, which we got so lucky that there was no wind that day
Yeah.
because like the audio is pretty crisp in that scene
Hmm.
because we were scared about winds being an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it
That
was
would
it
have
was
messed with the
pretty
audio.
yeah, it was like a flat wind kind of day, but it was still chilly. And so the time like when my lead wasn't wearing his hoodie,
Yeah.
he was cold.
Yeah. I can
Cold.
imagine. I can imagine probably when the scene was like the end of the scene, it was like, okay, I need the jacket back on.
Yeah. And
So
like at the stuff at night too on the boardwalk, that was cold.
yeah, I
That
can
was a rough.
imagine. It's even colder.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great though. So where did you find your cast and also your crew? I mean, was it people kind of, or was it your classmates that were a part of it? Like, how did you go about finding?
Yeah, so some of it. So my lead was one of my best friends, Owen. Um, and the other lead who played Sienna was his girlfriend, Caitlin, who's
Okay.
also in my film class.
Mhm.
So I asked her, I was like, "You want to do this?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." I was
Yeah.
like, "Great." And then my crew was my friend Max, who me and him are kind of like a team. We usually direct, so I usually direct and he'll assistant direct, and
Okay.
like he'll write and I'll edit. It's usually what we do.
Mhm.
Um, so he did lighting and stuff for this one, like lighting and audio. And then some of my other friends, one of my friends broke his leg the week we were gonna film, and I was
No.
like, "Uh-oh." Like, what am I but I found a few of my other friends. They came and helped out. One of my friends, actually, she did audio of one of the scenes at I Play America, which is where the arcade scene was. So
Okay.
for that scene, I knew I wanted an arcade, and I was considering Seaside, but
Mhm.
I couldn't figure out how to get like the how one how to like get everyone down there, and two like to get the rights to film there or like get permission.
Right.
I tried, it didn't work, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but she actually worked at I Play America, so we got in
So that
there, which
worked
was
out.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good. I plays a good
yeah,
arcade
and the
spot
scene
too.
looked good. It was cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Good. I'm glad that it worked out. I'm sorry to hear that one of the crew broke his leg though. Hope
Yeah,
he's doing good now.
he's recovered. He got like some surgery, so he's back.
Oh,
He's
okay,
walking.
good. He's back and better. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to him in his recovery. So,
Mhm.
um, was there? What did you have a favorite part of this process? Yeah, let's
Um,
start with that.
I think one thing that I really liked, which it wasn't like a hit big in the actual movie, but I think there's one transition where it goes from sunset while they're sitting next to each other, like holding each other on the beach, and then it transitions to them on separate sides back on the beach later in time, from a flashback to normal time. That I really just one like that transition and like their placement in that scene, but I also like how we filmed that because we filmed the rest of the movie in one day, like it was a 1 day shoot. Um, we went from like 3 o'clock to like 8, 9, but then the next morning we got up at like 4:30 to do that one sunrise shot, just one shot, and it was so early, but it turned out really good, and I think because of just that, I like that scene, and I just really like everything that happened with that scene.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that was definitely a good scene, and I think sunrise is
Yeah,
a nice shot. Was it kind of like on the same day where you probably had to go to school, so like that's extra early that you had to wake up?
so we shot on a Friday.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh-oh. I
sorry,
think
did I cut out there?
yeah, you're good. You're back and better, so it's okay. We hear you.
Um,
Can you hear us?
you froze. Am I good?
I hear. I think you're good. You're moving, and I hear you. So
Oh, come
can you hear me? Uh oh.
on.
I hear you. I'm not sure if you can hear me. No. Uh-oh. Well, we will wait until Ryan gets back. We'll get him connected and everything like that, and we'll
Sorry, am
continue.
I back?
There we go. You're back, but we can't hear you.
Okay, you can't
Yes,
hear
there we
me?
go.
This again.
No, you're good. You're good. We hear you.
We're good? We're good?
You're
Okay.
good. You're good. You're
Sorry.
good.
That
No
scared me.
worries.
That was gonna happen again.
You're,
Um, what was I even talking about? The shooting. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't worry.
Friday was when we filmed the rest of it, but then Saturday we had to get up really early. That day I had to give a tour of my school that morning. So I
Okay.
got up at 4 to film and then got out of there by like 7 or like 4:30. Got up at 7. I had to be at the school at 9. So I rushed home, I showered, I went. And then after that I had to go to work. So it was just a long day.
That I can
But
imagine.
it
That's one day.
mhm. But it turned out good. And I think when I got to school for that tour,
Mhm.
I just put my SD card in. I was like, I'm just gonna get the files up.
Yeah.
So I was all done.
Let's just jump right
So,
into it.
mhm.
Good. Good for you. Good for you. And I know you kind of already mentioned this, but like kind of like learning like what you want to apply to like your next work and everything like that. But was there anything that you anything else that you learned, whether that be with, because I know you mentioned like lighting and everything, but like sound, music, or maybe a different genre that you want to try next, anything like that that you
Yeah.
want to work on.
So I definitely lighting was a big thing
Mhm.
because we tried a lot of different, like there's lighting in the arcade, it was very bright, but also just on the regular shots where you can't
Mhm.
really tell we did a lot of lighting, there
Mhm.
was still a lot of lighting on those. But I also think lenses, because usually for any project before that, we just like stuck with our stock lens,
Okay.
our 18 to 55, I'm pretty sure. But
Mhm.
on this, for a lot of the close-ups, I used a 35 millimeter, which I thought they looked a lot better, looked very crisp, and I think just trying out different things again. You definitely, whenever I film something, I actually have my filming bag in the other room. We're filming tomorrow, but
There you go. It never stops, right?
I have my stock and my 35. So definitely lenses. And then with genres too, for my final, I made another drama. I think I like the style. Like I like being able to keep it serious.
Mhm.
Like like my final was a serious story, but it also had a lot of humor. And I think I like being able to balance both of those.
Balance. Right.
Like it was definitely more funny than this one,
Mhm.
like Shades of Blue, because this wasn't. I mean, this had jokes, but it wasn't like it was definitely
Strictly
very
like,
serious the whole way
yeah,
through.
yeah,
But my final had jokes, then serious moments and jokes, but it didn't feel out of tone. It felt like it was all very consistent, which
yeah.
I thought was good.
That's good. Good. Good for
Mhm.
you. Good. Well, we're looking forward to supporting, you and your next projects and your endeavors. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. And so, what led you to submit to the Garden State Film Festival? And is this your first time submitting to the Garden State Film Festival?
This definitely is my first time submitting to Garden State.
Awesome.
I think for the project, for our 2 minute, we just had to, part of the assignment was submit to 5 film festivals.
Okay.
So I knew how to use Film Freeway. I actually submitted to the Count Basie Film Festival last year and I got an honorable mention. Um,
Nice. Congrats.
thank you. I went through, I submitted to like 5 things and then this was one of them. And here we are.
Here we are.
Um, I actually today just found out I got into Basie again this year. Um,
Wow.
which I found that
Awesome.
out like an hour ago, which was fun.
Wow. A great start to the Friday.
Yes. So
Great.
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna submit to Garden State again. This has all been really cool so far, and I mean, I haven't even gotten there yet, but
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun. So
Good. That's great.
mhm.
That's awesome. And I'm so happy that you were congrats on Basie.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out to the Basie Festival so everyone can continue to support you there after, the
Yeah,
Garden.
it's Basie one weekend, and the next weekend's Garden State, so it's gonna be a full March
Oh
of
yeah. You gotta get a
of
lot of
cool
rest.
stuff. Yeah,
Good for you though. Good for you. That should be an exciting like 2 weekends for you. So
yeah,
yeah,
that'll
for
be
sure.
awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And I also just want to say that great job on just 2 minutes, like capturing, just being able to capture like that storytelling within that
Thank you.
designated time frame. So that's really,
Yeah,
really
thanks.
awesome. I wanted to make sure I shouted you out for that. um, will you be joining us in person at the festival?
I
Okay.
will.
All right.
So I'll be there all day Saturday. I think I signed up for the 2 events during the week.
Okay.
Um, so I'm
Perfect.
gonna try and go to as much as I can. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. You got to get the whole experience, especially.
Mhm.
Especially.
Yep.
Good, good. Well, you can catch Shades of Blue on Saturday, March 29th at the Asbury Lanes, Block 3, from 9:30 to 11:45 a.m. Again, we're excited to see everyone, you included, Ryan, at this year's Garden State Film Festival.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, 2030. Can you believe it? It's going to be great. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. And congrats again, Ryan, and thanks for being here. And keep up the great work. Truly, truly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take good care, and have a good day. Okay.
You too.
Thank
you. I'll see you there.
See you there.